Hi, Denise. Hi, Carlos. This is Carmen.
Hello, Carmen. How are you?
Good. I work with
Hi,
JC
Carmen.
Quintana. And so I'm hoping that this program going to be nice because my husband Chuck and I want to get on the celebrity. And we wanted to find out what's going on for next year, maybe, unless you guys have better prices, but I mean, better deals. But anyway, looking forward to the program today.
Excellent. No, that's good. Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, just so you know, regardless of the time of the year, we're always going to have exclusive deals that are not available to the general public directly with celebrity, and Bo can kind of share more of that with you as well. But we negotiate special deals the beginning of the year and throughout the year, really. At a worst case scenario, the price is the same, but there's more onboard credit that we can give.
Yeah, Chuck was thinking more like a repositioning cruise.
Yeah, no, absolutely. JC's going to join us. JC's going to join us any moment now. He's jumping on the call very soon.
All right, well, we'll talk later, but I just wanted to tell you that we're on and we're looking at possible repositioning and stuff. So,
That's great. Do you want to go in 2021 or 2022?
probably 2022. Yeah.
Okay. We're actually going to talk a little bit about what the available promotions right now. Celebrity has some public promotions, and then we have some exclusive promos on top of the general ones that they have. So we're gonna talk a little bit about them today too, because
yeah. And as I told JC, if there's something like going on like next week that's like a deal that they want to build a boat and it's a great deal on Aqua Class or something, and now we have to just get the airline. Call us, we'll be ready maybe.
No, there is. We're gonna talk about that today also, and I'll let JC know. But a little bit of a preview on that. We have actually up to $700 air credit. So basically, we can cover your air, or at least one of your air, and reduce pricing and onboard credit on San Martin, on the Summit, and or Apex out of Europe.
Okay.
So
is that for this year?
For this year, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, if the price is right, maybe we can go this year too.
Yeah. I don't think we're ever going to see pricing on celebrity like we're seeing for 2021 because they launched those itineraries so last minute. They didn't get an entire year to put people on those ships, and so they're really making a very strong effort to fill those ships as quickly as possible. And the pricing and promotions, I've never seen anything like this before, ever in my life.
Okay, well, let's see what's possible for this year.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Jazz, why don't you go ahead and kind of start welcoming our guests today, and we'll kind of get we'll start hearing.
Oh, we're not on mute.
Yeah, absolutely. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for all joining. Paul, Alton, Barbara, I see a lot of you now starting to join in, along with our advisors as well, Carol, Barry, Susan, Robin, and the rest of the guests that are joining on. Thank you, guys. We are going to get it going. We're going to probably get started around 3 o'clock, 3:05 p.m. as we wait for some more of you to jump on. I know there's quite a few that have registered and are excited about this webinar. As you will see, we've got a couple of our advisors and our marketing manager, Denise Pomerank and Monica Anderson, actually on board the Celebrity Edge right now as it makes its way around the Western Caribbean and Mexico and all that. So pretty exciting there. We'll talk to Denise and we'll talk to Monica about the vibes, the feelings, the atmosphere on board. Pretty neat, as we've gotten a bit of a preview, and we're going to show as well a video before we get started, before we introduce Bo and everyone else. We'll show you a quick short video that we put together for you on life on board the Celebrity Edge post-pandemic, and now as we start to get back out on the water. It's the first trip that the first sailing that left U.S. port as well. So we're pretty excited about that. Like I said, we have a few of the luxury cruise connection bunch on board as well. So we'll get to that, and then of course we will talk to Bo about some great new itineraries that as we start to sail again with Celebrity, and of course get into a little Q&A session as well. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll get it going here soon. Also, if you see anybody, any one of our advisors, they will have a dash and then Luxury Cruise Connections next to their name. Please feel free to request a chat from one of our advisors in the chat, and they will contact you after the webinar is over as well. Kind of get all your questions, any requests, anything that you need for your trip, or anything that you're looking to plan for later on down the road as well. So please make sure you put it in the chat. And if you have any questions, make sure you write it in the chat as well. And myself and Carlos will get to them after the presentation as well. So looking forward to it again. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll start soon.
And we have Bo here already.
There she is. Hello, Ms. Bo. Where are you? I don't see her.
We can hear you, Bo.
Oh, there she is. You're on mute, Bo. Unmute yourself.
How about now?
There you go.
Woo! I am so excited, and I am so jealous of all of you who are on board, by the way. Very jealous.
I know Monica, you might not see Monica on the screen yet. She's probably hiding a margarita or something, but we won't put it in there.
Do it, do it. That's what it's for. That's why she's on board for it. Enjoy.
No. We're working right now.
No,
What do
this
you
is
mean, margarita? What are you talking
That's
about?
why she's hiding it. That's why she's hiding it.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Bo. Bo, just to give you a little, I was telling everybody that was jumping on, we're going to show a short little clip on, something that Denise put together. Their life on board now on the first sailing coming out of U.S. ports. She put together a little something, so we'll get going with that in just a moment, maybe in about 3 or 4 minutes as we wait for some more people to jump on, and then after that we'll kind of get going with the presentation and talk a little bit about what Denise and Monica are experiencing on board, and then kind of just jump right in and let us know what you're seeing down the line.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Awesome.
Sharon puede enjoy. Oh, no picture. Calvary is no picture.
I see we've got Carolyn and Cheryl, Annie, Bernard. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for joining. We've got Barbara as well. We'll get it going now in just a few minutes. We will get everything started. And if you're just jumping in now, excuse me, you will see that most of the advisors will have a dash next to their name, Luxury Cruise Connection. So if you have any questions, please feel free to write in the chat any questions that you may have regarding the start of the sail or any specific itineraries, any questions that you have, period. Anything that you want to ask, and if you would like for an advisor to contact you after the presentation as well, please make sure you let us know in the chat, and we'll be able to get to you after the presentation. We'll have a short film, a short video based off of what they're experiencing on board right now. We do have Denise Pomerank and Monica Anderson on board as part of the Luxury Cruise Connections team, and they'll be able to answer some questions, kind of let everybody know as well what's going on board. Some pretty exciting information, really. So I'm looking forward to hearing what Denise and Monica have to say. So we'll get going here in a few minutes, and thank you guys for joining again.
Well, while we wait, and I can just jump in for a second. My name is Bo Franz, and I'm with Celebrity Cruises. I'm really excited to be with you today. Before we really get to really put in some great stuff directly from the beautiful edge, I just want you to know that things are moving forward. Celebrity Cruises had started the great journey of starting the cruises, and so far it has been absolutely phenomenal. We've been getting incredible feedback from all over the ships. We have now 3 ships that are actually active right now with cruises. One is in Europe, the Apex, doing the Greece round trip right from Athens. The other one is the Millennium and Summit. Summit's going to take over next week, and it's from San Martin round trip, beautiful Caribbean islands. The cruises have been phenomenally successful. It is at the edge, leaving out of Fort Lauderdale for the in fact, this is the first week. It's going on the first cruise is almost ending on Saturdays. So things have been incredible. Yes, we are 100%, 95% of the ship is actually vaccinated. So that 5% is for the children. So it is definitely, we are following the CDC protocols that we put out together. We are absolutely keeping that in what we want to do, and things have been moving forward. The people that are on the ship are having the time of their lives. They've been hungry to get back to cruising, and so we are back. And I just wanted to know the safest way possible, the safest way that anybody can. The ships are beautifully done. There's been, we've always had a great safe, and we've always had safety and the interest of our guests and crew always first thing in mind. Now it's even more and more. You will see that obviously life is changing a little bit to better and to more of more safety measures that we've ever done in the past. So rest assured, getting on board Celebrity Cruises today has never been more safe and more beautiful and more exciting. So as we were saying earlier with our call internally, it's like taking a fire hydrant right now, water. The cruises have been really booming. Obviously, people have been hungry. They wanted to get out there, and what a beautiful start to be about Celebrity Cruises. We are waiting for you. Rest assured, you guys are going to have the best time of your life going back on Celebrity Cruises.
Thank you, Bo. And I think with that, Denise, are we ready to get things started?
Of course, we're ready to start. Actually, Bo, you couldn't explain it better. This is exactly the feeling that we're having right now, and that's why we're here, so everyone can see live our experience. Jazz, if you want to share the screen, we created a very short video on the whole experience. It's short. Trust me, there's much more that I can show you, because you have to come and see it.
All right, here we go. Can you guys see that okay? Good?
Wow. Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
I know that's very important for everybody, right? Make sure they are everywhere. The rooms look beautiful. This is your infinite veranda.
What I need right
I know no one can see it, but you should see the grin, the huge smile on Bo's face, and all of us as well. Pretty excited about this. That was pretty amazing stuff there.
Right now, we are in Nassau, Bahamas.
Yes, we
for the first Royal Caribbean back in North America.
All right, so that was amazing. Really was, Denise. Really, really, really was. Huh? We get goosebumps, huh?
Yes. Absolutely.
It is amazing to see that, you know, the first ship departing from the United States and how everything looks. There were some of those stakes that I thought that were renderings. I thought they looked like the ship looks impeccable. It looks impeccable. Really, really, really is amazing. So I know we have a little bit of an agenda today, but Denise, can you start kind of sharing with us a little bit, and Monica, a little bit about the experience, how you guys felt when you came in, etc.?
Sure. I mean, I'm right next to Monica. We're both going to talk a little bit about our experience, which is very similar. But I think that what people want to know more is about the capacity and how everything, you know, how we're feeling, right? Number one, as you might read before, I don't know if you've seen it before, but the capacity is less than 40%. It's 1,100 people. You know, it just feels great because it's not, you know, obviously it's the first ship. The crew is 100% vaccinated, and they're all wearing masks. So I haven't seen them without a mask at all, which it makes you feel really good. 99% of the passengers are vaccinated. The kids are not vaccinated, but everyone else is. So it you feel very secure, compare when you're in land that you don't know who's vaccinated or not. When you're here, you know that everyone's vaccinated around you. So the feeling, it's very good. You feel comfortable. It's a very controlled environment.
Really exciting, and not only that, right? We saw images there of the food and the buffet, and I know so many questions are always about the food. What are we going to do with the buffet? Is it going to change? And you see some certain changes. Talk a little bit about the changes in the buffet, and how that's being operated now also.
So one of the things I need to say is that I actually gained many pounds ever since I started here. So we've been not I'm not gonna go into that, but one of the things about the buffet is it's about it's I wouldn't call it buffet, I would call it stations. So when you go into the stations, you're not grabbing the food by yourself. You have people that are there to help, so they will serve the food in your plate, so you're not touching anything. One of the things that I have to say that it was very outstanding is as soon as you get to the Ocean View buffet, uh, you have a washing hand station, and you have someone there to remind you that you need to wash your hands before you get in. You have hand sanitizers as well. So it's obviously as we want to have a new normality, but this new normality, it feels good seeing everyone wash their hands before they go in. You have people that are not grabbing the food by themselves, they're being served on your plate. uh that's the way, it feels even better than before, right?
Yeah, I can only imagine, and I'm sure all of you can attest to it. But it's just exciting to see all of it. So, and by the way, I will be posting. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post right now the link to that video, so you all can watch it on your own time as well. And I know you all will have many questions that we'll be able to answer for you also. Let me go ahead and post it now. Carlos, if you can,
Just
Carlos,
Yeah.
Bo, or Monica, you have something? Yeah, go ahead. Look at how beautiful.
yeah, I just wanted to share the amazing feeling that you get when you go up the ramp to go to the ship, and everybody around there, all the guests or relation people and everybody's waiting for you. You get so much chills. It's just like the excitement in your heart. Everything is just unbelievable how you feel to be able to say, I'm going back to my ship. People everywhere, you talk to people, everybody's super happy. They couldn't wait for this. So the casinos are packed with people enjoying life. Everywhere we go, everybody's having the a great time. So definitely you all need to come back, because this is an amazing, amazing experience.
I wanna know about.
Oh,
Go ahead, Jeff.
Carlos. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that I want to know about the embarkation process.
Okay, sorry. Let me just tell you a little bit. So regarding the embarkation process, so as soon as I came in, they asked me if I was vaccinated. That's as you know, there's a law that it's not mandatory to be vaccinated in order to be on the ship. But it's voluntarily that you can say, hey, yes, I'm vaccinated, and then I show my vaccination card. If I do not feel comfortable saying that I'm vaccinated, okay, I'm not willing to say that I'm vaccinated, everyone here are going to assume that I'm not, and therefore I will have to show a proof of testing 72 hours prior to embarkation. Okay. Also, if I'm going to leave the ship, every time I come back, I will need to also get vaccinated, and there will be an extra cost for that. So in addition to that, if you're not vaccinated, you need to wear a mask. So there's a lot of not okay things, if you're not vaccinated. So it's better if you show your proof of vaccination when you come in, you get into the ship, and everything feels back to normal. Obviously you can wear your mask if you want to, but everyone's on the ship feels very comfortable that everyone's vaccinated. You have shown your vaccination card. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, at the end of the day,
Was it a long process? What was it, a long process? How long did it take you? How
it
was
was
the
a
feeling?
very short process.
No.
It was
Very,
Very easy.
very easy, very organized. You didn't have to make any, well, you know, they don't have all the full capacity, so it was easier, but still it was very organized. And the nice feeling is when you get in the ship and you can say, I don't need the mask. So if you could see, the only ones, like Denise said, that have the mask is everybody that is from Celebrity, but the rest of the people are just definitely feeling very comfortable with not wearing the mask and going everywhere here in the ship.
What about social distancing, like on the shows and restaurants and so forth?
sorry, Monica wants to talk to, she wants to unmute herself. So unbelievable, you know, since we are under capacity, we're at less than 40%, there are no lines, there's a lot of social distance. You don't feel that you're close to someone as you might feel when it's like overwhelmed with a lot of people. So you don't, you know, you don't need to, you know, you don't make lines, right? There's no lines. There are no lines on the buffet, there are no lines on the theater. The, you know, even in at the pool deck, there's a lot of separation because, you know, we're in less capacity.
Yeah, and keep that in mind, right? It's only at 40% capacity right now, and of course the capacity will start to grow a little by little. You know, as long as everything goes well, right, Bo?
That's correct. That's correct. As long as the things go better, of course, to the CDC guidelines, we're still going to continue with the CDC guidelines until the day they say open up the ship. At this point, from what we've seen from now to October, we are going to continue the low capacity process.
Okay. And what about those shore excursions? How was the, well, not shore excursions, but the ports? Like, how was the process at the ports? How did that feel?
Okay, yeah, the same. They were very organized. These are shore excursions completely from Celebrity. So they have been negotiating that all, like the buses, the guys were with sanitizers, you know, cleaning everything that everybody touched, the chairs. So everything is super organized, even for the shore excursions. You have some limitations in some places, like if you're not you don't have the vaccine, you cannot go by yourself to take, you know, like walk around. But if you have the vaccine, they will let you just, you know, do your own.
So basically, if you've shown proof of vaccination and the ship has record that you have proof of vaccination, then you have the possibility of getting off the ship on your own.
One thing, yes. And for one thing, I think that doing the excursions with Celebrity makes it more comfortable for everyone at the ship. So everything feels more under control. So if you think about it, once you come out, first they check your temperature, they give you hand sanitizer, everything is clean. But everyone on the island, like in Cozumel, in Costa Maya, they were tested a day before we got in. Everything is more controlled. You know that if you're doing the excursions with Celebrity, that everything is going to be under control, that they're going to be tested, that everything is going to be clean. So it's even better.
Great. Jazz, you want to go ahead and start with some of those questions?
Yeah, sure. I mean, before we even get to that, Bo, did you want to add anything? Do you have anything in specific that maybe you'd like to kind of present to us today?
Well, from what I hear from Denise and Monica, things are exactly what I've been hearing around on all our ships that are currently in the waters. So things have been really smooth. The CDC protocols are being followed. Celebrity protocols are being followed to the T. The ships can't be any more cleaner than ever. The process is beautiful, so we made sure that it doesn't hinder your vacation experience. You won't even know, it's all like the new normal for us. I hate that word, but it is the new normal that you don't even feel what's going on behind you. Everything's been taken care of as per the protocols that we put in place. So far, we are in a great start, and it's only going to get better. And all these restrictions, obviously, like I said, will get completely, hopefully, diminished as we go along, as everything starts going back to what it should be, or obviously based on our normal lives that we always experienced in the past. So today, in today's world, the experience on the ships are exactly the same as you had before, and even better, because of this little extra stuff that we're doing today that we didn't have to do. Not that we didn't do it, but we didn't have to, I guess. But now it is a beautiful feeling to know that everybody is vaccinated, which is exactly what we want at this point. Yes, there are some people that don't feel about it. I'm asking them, stay home. That's my bottom line here. Stay home. We're not making you go on vacation. We want you to come, but we want you to be vaccinated so everybody on the ship will feel comfortable and enjoy themselves, because that is why they are going on cruise. They want to feel secure, and we obviously want to keep this cruise business going. So we want to do everything in our powers to make sure that none of these episodes in the past ever come back. We are moving to the future. We are definitely looking ahead. We are not looking at the rear view mirror, definitely. So we are totally in the windshield, and we are going full force. We're making sure everybody's life is to the better, to the positive. So join us, come join us. We are here for you. Luxury Cruise Connections, I'm gonna give you a shout out. You guys have been phenomenal partners of ours. You've been more than supportive. Great opportunities for you to even maximize on your new next vacation that we're going to talk about. So I'm going to leave it to Denise to you guys move on forward with what we need to talk about. But thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to add that.
Thank you, Bo. Thank you. Appreciate it. We do have a few questions coming in for all of us to answer. I know the first one I think was already spoken about a little bit, but we'll recap regarding the buffets. If there will be buffets on the edge and other ships, and how will that work? Basically, it's stations, right? And the servers will be serving your food, so you don't have to touch any of the utensils or anything, correct?
That is absolutely correct, and I'll take that really because that is what we've been doing all along. This is not new to us, really. We don't call them buffets, as Denise alluded to. There are really more of stations, which is what makes it very easy to go and pick whatever station you want, different type of foods in every station, and allows no lines. That's what the stations have been doing for our casual dining that we call it, which is on the ocean cafes. It is beautifully displayed. It's been done for us for since we started our beautiful edge, and now we have it all on most of our ships now. The stations. We don't have that type of traditional buffet as you all know. It is more of a different type, at least almost 6 or 7 different stations with different foods. So you don't have to be in line, and people don't have to be behind you. Even on full ships, you don't feel that either. And yes, the only difference that we've done today with this protocol, with these protocols, is not having guests touch the utensils and serve themselves. We have in every station, we have somebody that helps put the food on your plate based on what you ask for. So nothing has changed other than the delivery of the food, and it's been beautiful. I hope that helps.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Our first non-COVID question is, does the Edge have the Persian Garden? And since they'll be taking a cruise on June 2022 in the Mediterranean, will the Infinity have a Persian Garden also? Can you get garden access? Can you purchase it on board if you're not in the Aqua class?
All answers are yes, yes, yes. So yes, this beautiful spa area that we have on different ships, we have it in every single ship of Celebrity Cruises. Persian Garden name came with the Solstice class. On the beautiful edge is a beautiful spa, so it is also similar concept. And yes, it is available to Aqua class, comes with the Aqua class amenities because of the lifestyle of the Aqua amenities. However, it is available to purchase per day or per week on board the ship.
Great. What is the passengers on board versus capacity for? Yeah, so we mentioned that regarding capacity right now, it's at about 40% with about 1,100 passengers, but that will change and it will increase as time goes by, as things continue to progress in the positive direction.
Right.
Okay,
but
so we
from
got
now to October, you can enjoy, or even a little bit past October, we can, maybe over the whole 2021, you can enjoy for sure that low capacity.
That's great. I would love that. Okay. This is a really good question. When we are at ports, the people who board for supplies or bring certain things on board, are they vaccinated as well?
Everybody that touch our ships have to be vaccinated from anybody else that is not, that is going on a ship other than children.
Perfect. Okay. For those that are in Canada, Bo, apparently they do not issue anything other than a handwritten wallet card. That's good enough for proof for vaccination documentation, correct?
Well, if it's coming from doctors, yes, that's what we have, or from the place that you actually, we have that all, because the place that signs that card, they also put information online. So that is all online, so we can verify. So yes. Okay.
And if you don't prove that you are vaccinated, how is testing and masks enforced once someone is on board? Because that is a tricky one, I guess.
Well, it is. I mean, Denise, you experienced that. You heard about that, right? You were saying it earlier.
Well, yes. If you're not vaccinated, you need to get tested. So when you come in, they ask you if you're vaccinated. You show the card. It's a willing thing. It's not mandatory. But if you don't respond back to that, then you have to prove your proof of negative COVID-19 test. Now, if you want to get out of the ship and you're not vaccinated, obviously, you're gonna, when you come into the ship, you show your card. They know who you are, and if you're not vaccinated, you need to get tested. A rapid test again. So, and then also when you leave the ship to Fort Lauderdale, you will also need to get tested again. So
at your expense.
And that's also one thing, that it's at your expense. So every time you need to get tested will be at your expense.
Okay, great. And do you need to wear a mask on board if you're not vaccinated?
Yes.
That's correct.
We do.
Yes. Absolutely, yes. And I believe they have also a bracelet that identify who they are.
Ah, perfect. Okay. I think that's a perfect answer there. Okay. Let's see what else. I was on the June 5th departure. Thank you, Meredith. Okay. Let's see here. Are there any organized shore excursions? I think at this point they all are organized, correct, Bo?
We have actually in some port, it depends on the port that we are visiting. Some ports are allowing the move, but I think most of port in the Caribbean that I know about have been allowing the guests that are vaccinated to go with approval vaccinations to go on their own and visit the town like it used to be, no problem. However, some still demand certain things and we have to follow them. But most of them are being with the vaccination, you're okay to wander around in the island by yourself. But we also have curated excursions that we absolutely highly recommend.
Great. And I think that kind of coincides with this next question regarding country-specific protocols for port stops that affect getting off the ship and where you can visit in that port, right? I think all of that kind of goes hand in hand.
Exactly. And we have that information. If somebody has specific information, we can send it to them because that information is available online.
Okay, so this question from David, I think if all the crew is vaccinated, why did 3 crew members have COVID-19 on I guess on a Millennium cruise at one point? Listen, I think we have to realize that you can still get COVID even if you're vaccinated, right? So the best reference is to wash your hands and try to stay healthy.
That is correct. That is correct. And I can tell you the comments that we have and the logs that we got from that incident, one incident from what, thousands of people that have been on the ships already. And that was the first cruise, and it was handled beautifully. The speed that one person that got it actually was one of our travel partners, without naming any. And the ship, the people were like literally having a great time after they heard it. Everything was moving on, and they were quarantined in their own, in a room that is separate from everybody. And I think my understanding by the end before they left the cruise, they were negative. So it's the protocol is working.
Yeah, I think I wanna add something there. I think Jazz, you make a good point, right? Vaccination, we know there is not 100% effective against testing positive, but we know that the effectivity rate of it in terms of safety, for your health, is almost 100%, if not 100%. And so I do want to stress out the fact that it doesn't surprise me that we might continue to hear a couple of two people tested positive, one person tested positive, or three people tested positive. The reality is there's people testing positive all over the world all the time, right? The only difference is that when you go to a resort in the Caribbean, nobody's testing you at any time, right? When you're going to a restaurant, where you're going to anywhere, you're not being tested all the time. Here, it's a controlled environment, and so testing happens, and so that's why they're able to catch and detect situations such as this as soon as they happen, and then they make the protocols work. And I think that what we have to focus our attention on is not on the fact that there were 3 positives, but on the fact that there were 3 positives and everything worked just how it was supposed to, right? The cruise continued its course. Nobody's vacation got disrupted. Nobody got quarantined at sea. Nobody felt anything. And even the people that unfortunately tested positive didn't even feel uncomfortable, because their protocols allowed them to, okay, you know what? You're positive. You understand you have to be isolated, but then if you have to be flown back, cruise lines are spending an insane amount of money in flying, and repatriating guests that, whenever there's a situation such as this, and they do it so that both the guests that unfortunately test positive and the rest of the people on board the ship are just continue to have a good experience. And that's where I think we have to focus our attention. We know that we're not going to be able to eliminate COVID completely from the world, at least not now. And so we know we have to live with it. And what we want to look for is minimize to the absolute minimum, and pardon my, the redundancy there, but the possibilities of us getting sick. That's it, right? And just you got to be able to get back on being able to go on vacation, have a great time, and from what I'm reading here in the comments, I know Jess is going to get there in a second. The reviews are pretty solid. So.
It is, but you bring up some great points, and you made some great points. What I am seeing, in the comments and some questions that I'm getting is there still seems to be a little bit of confusion regarding vaccination. Do you have to be vaccinated to board? I think that first of all, that question gets answered very simply in a way. In Florida, it's not mandatory due to Governor DeSantis said it's not mandatory for you to be vaccinated to get on board. However, in other countries, as you travel throughout other countries and you board in other countries, I'm pretty sure that it is mandatory. However, the question of the concern really is, I think specifically speaking for any cruises that are leaving U.S. ports, is if you don't need to be vaccinated, then how can you tell the difference between someone that is vaccinated or not? I think, Bo, you kind of answered that by saying the wristband will kind of show you who is vaccinated and who is not. That kind of shows you proof.
However, I can tell you on celebrity
cruise off, right? Can you take that off? How do you kind of control that? That's I think that's a tough question.
Well, actually, on celebrity cruises, we are asking or making sure that everybody is vaccinated prior to even getting on the cruise. prior to even making it to the destination. We're making sure that we get that information. Yes, the center said we're not allowed to ask, or we're not allowed to make it mandatory.
Right.
But we are following the CDC guidelines from the very beginning, and we have not changed what we said we're going to do in order to get back in service. Other cruise line might have done differently, and that's that more power to them. They do whatever they want. But we, as a brand, Celebrity Cruises, we have to have everybody that's going to be on board vaccinated, and we are keeping that at the percentages that we said, which is 95% of the ship is vaccinated. The other part is all children that we might not have vaccinated. So I don't really, as of right now, we have not had anybody that is not vaccinated unless they have medical reasons, and they bring the medical reasons with them. That is what we're doing. So for those that are, if we have any, we were going to give the bracelet, but I have not seen. Denise, have you seen anybody with bracelet on board? Because I don't think we have yet.
No.
To get there. No. So the bracelet.
There's some kids. I've seen small kids, teenagers, and everybody's, fine. Yep.
So adults, I'm telling you right now, I'm confirming it right now. Adults have to be vaccinated unless, like I said, they have doctors, like they have their health issues that they cannot, or they have not been able to. Very few in between.
I want to share this real quick. So one thing that I didn't know it was part of the protocol, but I have noticed quite a bit is Celebrity has been contacting us, the travel agency, to follow up before people go on board the ships on vaccination status. So imagine the amount of money that Celebrity is spending in following up with every single one of the guests before they go on board to make sure their vaccination status is current. Now, yes, as per Florida law, they cannot require proof of vaccination, but they're making sure everybody's vaccinated by so many different means. And so,
exactly. We are following the CDC, but we're not breaking the Florida law in a way, if you know what I mean.
Perfect. Thank you for that clarification, Bo. We have another question. Well, I guess one more here regarding countries or port closures. If there is a port closure while someone is sailing, if there's an itinerary, an actual itinerary out, and there's a port closure, what's the, do you have any information on that? If they cannot, disembark or embark on a specific port if it's closed. I figured that we'd probably know ahead of time if that's going to happen before you set sail, so you can adjust, correct?
That is absolutely correct. As of right now, the itineraries that we put in place that are absolutely open, that we have been booking, the people are already on the cruise right now, those are ports that we already have gotten 100% clearance to move forward with our cruise. Last minute things could happen, so we adjust at the last minute, but as of right now, so far, so good. Awesome.
Now, Deborah brings up a really good question that I think everybody wants to know. It has to do with alcohol. So if in your drink package, if a drink costs more than $9, right, which I believe that's the drinks that are included is anything under $9, do you just pay the difference based off of that?
Yeah, they can do that, yes. Or they can elevate their package prior to that too. We have an option. Remember, you have always included, and you have the elevate, which you can upgrade to. That's where it allows you to upgrade your drinks to the premium. So that's a possibility to do ahead of time, or at buy per drink. I guess the difference, correct, on board the ship.
So just upgrade, Deborah.
Yeah, Deborah.
Anna has a question. Do you have many solo cabins, and if not, or is there a single supplement on board a lot of these itineraries?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but on the Beautiful Edge, the first ship in the Celebrity brand, that we actually have single occupancy cabins. So, and then on the Apex, her sister, we added even more because they've been really, really successful and very popular. Bottom line here, it's just a room that is built for a single person. So instead of having a king size, you're having a queen size, but the room is almost just as big. So, but they've been popular. The prices are based on the single occupancy already. So yes, we have that option for you.
Perfect. Does anybody else have any questions? If you want to go ahead and unmute yourself also, please feel free to do that as well. I'm going to ask any questions that you may have. Carlos, if you have anything else to add, any questions, or Denise and Monica, please feel free to jump right in.
No, so we talked about the embarkation protocols. We talked about the protocols on board. We talked about the buffets. We talked about all of that, right? I wanna share with everybody, and maybe allow Denise to do a little bit talking here on the current promotions. Bo, before you came on board, I was having a conversation with Carmen here, one of our guests today, and I was explaining to her that as an agency, the offers that we have are often not available when people book direct with celebrity. You've been with celebrity for I don't know how many years now.
35 years.
How
Wow, I
many?
show my age now. I'm showing my age.
Oh my God, you don't look.
That's it, 35.
I'm
That's
35.
it.
I started when I was 2 years old. What can I say?
Can you share with our guests today a little bit of how that works and why that even works and why is that even the case?
Absolutely. Well, we have very few different ways for you guys to have better rates than if they're called directly celebrity. That's the bottom line. Number one is a groups. You have incredible group prices that you are holding from the minute we open the inventory, that when a client or a guest called today to book that particular cruise, it is going to be much higher than what your group pricing is. So that is something that is huge for you, and you're the only one that gets that. Now, the other thing is that you and I work so closely together, and my job is to help you, to help us work together. So we both put promotions in addition. So we put additional board credit, we put additional this and this and that, specialty dining, whatever we decide to. And you can only get that if you book with the cruise connection.
Luxury cruise.
Thank you. I'm losing my track. So that's you have to book with
your advisor at the agency.
With your travel advisor, who you actually are familiar with, who are very, very knowledgeable. They have all this information at their hands every time. They know everything that's out there that's available to them within the particular sailing that you're asking for. So they're always going to have the upper hand on the pricing, on the offers, and most likely they know how to pick the right cabin for you. They are super, super knowledgeable, trained well. My job is so easy with them because they all know what they're doing. So I could just tell you that I'm here to support them, and we work very closely together. But I want you to know you have full confidence in working with any one of your fantastic agents that are working with.
That's a great endorsement. I truly appreciate that endorsement. And so on that note, for example, Celebrity has very strong pricing right now for everybody, right? This is, Celebrity's public promotion, great pricing for the Apex out of Athens for 2021, for the Summit out of San Martin, and for the Millennium that is now positioned in Alaska, right? And so,
Millennium is not part of what we do. It's actually because Millennium switched to Summit. So we're still talking about Summit in the Caribbean and San Martin round trip on Summit and Apex in Greece round trip. Those are yes. Go ahead.
So that we have an up to $700 air credit promotion. Okay. That is only available when booking through us. So like if you book directly with Celebrity's call center, they're not gonna know what this promotion is about. We have exclusive access to that promotion. And so anybody that is thinking of going on 2021, they can call us and they can take advantage, for the Apex out of Greece and for the Summit out of San Martin, up to $700 air per cabin,
Yes, credit.
right? And then on top of that, what else do we have? There's so much I already forgot.
On top of that, for booking these two products still, Apex, if we stay with the Apex and the Summit, we are offering a $200 onboard credit for being on this, we call it get together today for whatever, for this offer here. Well, everybody that's on this call get to take advantage of an additional $200 onboard credit.
Okay.
And that's for Apex and Edge, correct?
Correct.
New
If
booking.
if they book anything else, they will get a $200 onboard credit for anything else.
Okay, so the air is only for Apex and Summit for 2021. The $200 is combinable with that, but it also applies with any other sailing
Correct.
at any time. So even 2022 sailings, it applies.
Correct.
And any ship. Okay, that's really strong. And that is on top of the highly reduced pricing that is already in place.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Am I missing anything here?
I think we covered it. For the offers, it's pretty much covered right now. Yes.
Okay. Okay, because I was going to give away more, but since you're stopping, no, just kidding. Anything else is free.
That's gonna hit my budget. It's a lot. It's taking all my budget for you guys today.
We'll talk to you offline about that one.
All right.
What category? I guess any of us could answer this. Really, what category are the rooms that are facing the ocean in the back of the ship? Are they considered verandas or concierge class? I know it's a sunset veranda is the ones facing the back, but there's some other cabin categories as well, isn't there?
I am familiar with the sunset verandas, the SVs. Those are the ones that sometimes they are very popular for certain reasons.
But
specifically,
specifically
give
the
me
one.
an infinite veranda anywhere, I'm going to be happy. I love my infinite verandas. So if you have not experienced an infinite veranda, I highly recommend it. And of course, any suite. The retreat, take me in the retreat and leave me alone. I love the retreat. It's always included. Everything is included. And your butler service, and I just, your personal concierge now. We don't call them butler. They're personal concierge on board when you're on the retreat with your own pool, your own dining, especially beautiful dining area. Oh my God, just put me on the retreat. And
The retreat is beautiful. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I know some people are asking regarding when they'll get, if they can get a recording of this presentation, and you will get one in your emails. Just request, you can either request it from your travel advisor. If you don't have one, just reach out to us, and you'll probably get an email after with the recording either way if you register.
You will receive correct. You will receive an
Yeah.
email tomorrow, and you will see the recording of this webinar. You will have your $200 voucher. Plus, on top of that, you will see the video that we share with you regarding our experience.
Denise, do me a favor. Also, what I would like to do is I want to share with everybody that are in this call today, we have a Facebook group. Denise, if you can share the link of that Facebook group, I want to use this opportunity to invite you all. This is a by invitation only group, but it's a group where we're constantly posting the most current information about cruises and the departures and suspensions and protocols and restrictions, everything that you want to know. A lot of positive stuff, honestly, happening right now. So, I want to invite you all to join and just be inspired, and hopefully, you can kind of stay up to speed with everything that is happening in the cruise industry. And also, Denise, if I may, can I ask you to also post a link to our YouTube channel? Because all of these videos, all of these recordings, all of these Zoom calls, they get posted on the YouTube channel, and then they get sent out to like for example, Jazz just posted a link for the video that Denise shared with us earlier today. that video is already on our YouTube channel, right? And all this Zoom presentation is also is going to be on the YouTube channel by the end of the day today or tomorrow. So you're going to see a lot of really cool stuff happening on that YouTube channel as well.
Here's what's great about that also, Carlos, just to kind of piggyback on that is once you go into the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, because then you will receive updates when we do post new content on there, for you to be able to see any updates that we may have on, I guess the current landscape in cruising now, and just anything else that we do record that'll be beneficial for you when you're preparing to book your next cruise. So make sure you subscribe and like the links. That way you will get those updates also. So you don't have to worry about, remind yourself. It will remind you. We'll remind you with all the content that we do post also.
May I ask Monica to show us where she's at, sitting right now? I'm jealous.
We are, I don't know if you can hear the background music.
Yes, now I
You
do.
hear it?
Since
Okay.
you're on your cell phone,
So
why
we're
don't you get
getting-
up and walk around a little bit?
Sure.
Take us.
You'll
Take
be
us with you.
I don't know about you.
Okay, Denise.
I have a very soft spot for this beautiful ship, and of course now my eyes are tearing because I really want to be there right now, to be perfectly honest.
Hello. There's one of our celebrity.
There you go. I want to be there so much.
Wake up to reality. What is starlight goes us before you makes me stop.
Oh, that's great.
I got you under my skin.
That's amazing.
Oh, my coffee time. Perfect time for my coffee right now. Oh.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Look, let's also use this opportunity. We have everybody's attention.
Thank you, Monica.
Amazing. Since we have everybody's attention, let's use this opportunity to remind everybody that, you guys just came out with a brand new copy of this ship, right? The Beyond.
That's right.
So those that are looking for something even more special, well, this is special enough, right?
More special than this, but
I
yes,
know.
the Celebrity Beyond, of course, is getting ready for us, and we have hopefully the delivery of her in 2022. So I'm trying to remember my dates, because a lot of things has happened since then, and since this whole thing's been going on. So we're going to make sure I give you the right dates. But she is going to be with us in 2022. We are super excited. She is Celebrity Edge is at Apex was literally the replica of Celebrity Edge. However, the Celebrity Beyond is definitely going to have different beautiful things that we added to her. Like, for example, we extended her. Actually, we added one more deck. That beautiful ship has one more deck, and we extended her in length as well. So we were able to add more beautiful suites, and the beautiful retreat got even more better with some incredible, cantilever pools right by the water. So you're literally enjoying the water. As you know, the Edge class ships were designed with outward facing, which means wherever you are with the ship, you're really enjoying what the destination has to offer right from wherever you are within the ship. So that is continued on the beautiful Beyond, and so we just can't wait to get on her. And so this is a good time for you to book your Celebrity Beyond. I can tell you this is a good time for you to book any ships right now with Celebrity Cruise, because time is getting people have been literally what they call it. You know what we just heard is people have what they call it's a revenge travel. What revenge travel means is people have been waiting for so long that now they can't wait to get on. So they have been booking. We've been doing very, very well. The bookings are coming in strong. So as you know, the demand, the supply and demand. So if you're not already booked on your cruise right now, I can guarantee you that, but if you wait any longer, it's only going to get higher, because that's just what's happening. The demand is coming, the price is gonna go higher. So I'm just saying that, throw it out there. I don't know if we did say the deadline for the offer that we put out there. I don't think you guys mentioned it, but I believe we gave them, Denise, correct me if I'm wrong, the date that we have for them to book to get the offers that we discussed.
July 15th. Yeah, just put it on the.
Yeah, it's and I'll put it there. It's for July 15th, and it only applies to new bookings, correct?
To new bookings only, correct.
New bookings, and it's per couple.
Per couple, okay. Per stateroom, per stateroom.
Per stateroom.
Per stateroom.
So let's and guys, just so you know, the reason why we do this, I don't know if you know, I mean, we have events like this with celebrity at least, once every so often, and the idea is to push future bookings, and that's why these offers exist. Also an appreciation for you joining us. But I wanna kind of bring us all back to reality and kind of recap real quick on, if I want to sail in 2021 with Celebrity, I want to remind everybody, Celebrity is one of the few cruise lines that it actually has active sailings for Alaska. All right, so the Millennium at one point, I know it might be a little confusing for some of you, heard the Millennium was in the Caribbean. Well, the Millennium went now to Alaska, and the Summit is now in the Caribbean. They just exchanged positions. So the Summit is going to be doing the San Martin itineraries, and Millennium is now doing Alaska. If you want to sail in 2021, you also have the Edge living out of Florida now, right? Denise is on the first sailing on the Edge, and we're going to continue to have 7-day itineraries, Caribbean itineraries every week, right? And then Apex out of Athens already started sailing as well, and now has also every 7 days, 7 to 8 days, right? We have Athens round trip. And then we have some more stuff coming on board online very soon, right? By August, September, we have other stuff coming on board as well.
Correct.
And everything seems to be going according to plan. We've been getting raving reviews from people that have been on board, that were on board at the Millennium out of San Martin, that took those first sailings, and just people have been really excited about getting back to cruising.
Yes, we're very excited. We can't be more excited as everything is going to plan. Everything that we worked so hard for to get to today is going and is showing, and it's the reviews are through the roof, and we can't be any more happier than what we are today.
Yep, we actually have two guests here in the presentation that were on the June 5th sailing and the June 12th sailing, and they said that the crew was fantastic. They were so happy to be working again. I can only imagine.
Awesome.
And the ship was very clean. Everything was top notch, and they felt very safe on board. So that's really nice to hear as well, and we're excited about that. Absolutely.
Wonderful. Yes.
Awesome. All righty. If there are no more questions, please again feel free to send us an email if you do want to contact one of our travel advisors. If you're working with one, I'm sure that they will be reaching out to you very shortly as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you get all the updates. We will probably be talking to Bo again here very soon on another presentation. And also make sure you check out the YouTube video later on if you want as well, the one we presented earlier. Anybody else have any questions? Carlos, anything else you might want to add? Denise or Monica?
No, if any of our guests are curious to know what a particular area of the ship looks like that we didn't get a chance to cover, let us know. We'll have Denise and Monica go take video of it, and we'll email it back to you very quickly.
Very good.
Perfect. Bo, thank you so much. Thank you for everybody that joined also.
Thank you, Luxury Cruise Connections. This is really a pleasure having you, and you guys are such great partners of ours. I want to shout out to you guys one more time, and have a fabulous summer, and more importantly, have fabulous 4th of July.
Thank you.
Thank
Likewise.
you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all for joining us.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us.
Enjoy yourself, Monica. Keep enjoying yourself.
Bye.
Don't drink too much.
Monica, you can show us the drink now. No,
You can show the margarita now.
Later.
Don't me your glass. Come on, show me your glass.
No, not here. I'm working.
Susan, Susan just posted a comment on
Denise and I.
5
Don't
o'clock
worry.
somewhere. It's
Well,
5
we
o'clock
are
somewhere.
in-
You're allowed.
Yeah,
We'll go to
Susan,
the
we'll get
casino.
someone to contact you soon, Susan. We'll get someone to write on. I'll write to her.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye. See
Enjoy the
you.
cruise. Not too much. Make sure you come
Thank
back.
Bye, JC.
Oh, Susan.